Hi guys, just going to do a quick cross stitch update. Some things that I bought, and I've got two finishes to show you as well. So first of all, a quick update on kitting up my Mirabilia. I'm doing red. I got this for Christmas and haven't started it yet. I wanted to finish a bigger project before I started this, but I'm getting more like I want to start it. So anyway, I showed you before that I got the floss for this, but I've now been on the lookout for the beads. I printed out a list of the beads that I need, and then I think over here, or I don't know if this is the same everywhere, but Mill Hill is pretty much the most expensive way of buying beads. So what I did, I printed out the conversions for the different beads. So to do that, I started out by printing the Mill Hill bead inventory, so I could see which category they came into. And then I printed out the conversion. I've got Mill Hill to Toho, Mill Hill to Miyuki, and Mill Hill to Delica. And then I went to the bead shop in Nottingham and tried to see what they had, see what I could sort of exchange out for Mill Hill. So I'll just show you those. I managed to get Mirabilia Red requires 9 different types of beads and the treasures, and I managed to get 5 of them from the bead shop. So in place of 81 jet, I got the size 11 hematite. They're sort of in one of the other makes, they're gunmetal, so that's the name of them. In place of 2008 Sea Breeze, I got these Delica 1304 transparent mint green. I never worked with beads before, so I don't know if these are the right one. I know that Delica beads are a different shape. I think they've got sort of square ends, but never mind, I'm sure nobody will notice. In place of Midnight size 8 beads, I just got black size 8 beads. I think the Midnight have a slight navy shimmer to them, but that's okay. For the petite black, obviously I just got petite black size 15, and in place of oriental red I got size 11 silver lined red. Now the great thing about this was they worked out so much cheaper. For all of these I paid £5, whereas the individual sorry, the size 11 beads were 75p each for 10 grams, and the Mill Hill are £1.35 for 4 grams, 4.5 grams. So, for example, in the size 15 petite, it said I needed 2 packs of these, which would they're £1.27 each for Mill Hill. So that would have been £2.60-ish, but I only paid £1.95. I mean, that doesn't sound like a big difference, does it? But it all adds up, you know. Woo. Size 8s were 60p, and the delicate beads were reduced from 160 to 80p. I think they're reducing their delicate bead stock. So yes, £5. I also got a free one because it was buy 4 get 1 free. So we got this turquoisey one, which might come useful for something. Maybe I will have to do a mermaid afterwards. I also, if you're in the UK, they've got a website, mailorderbeads.co.uk. So that's those. I then I went to Hobbycraft and got the Mill Hill Treasure, which is called Margarita Heliotrop. It's got those. They were £2. Sorry. Woo. They're sort of a purpley blue shiny thing. I did realise after though that you can buy these for 20p each in the bead shop. Never mind. So that's those. If I remember, I'll put a link to the website with the bead conversion information. So that's that for my Mirabilia. Other than I got the fabric out last night and folded it to find the centre. That's a Witch Out Permin linen in French lace. It's quite stiff. I don't know whether to wash it first. If any of you have used the Permin linen and found that washing it did make it softer, then let me know, or let me know if just not to bother. So another thing I got was from the Pound shop. Can't remember if it was Poundland or Pound World, but it is this. It is a tablet stand, but I bought it to put my charts on like this, so that I can. Oh, so the chart's standing up. So obviously, yes, this was £1, and it comes flat pack, and it's a bit sort of bent. But £1. I also ordered from So and So the Versatile Clam. So if you can hear that, gardeners have arrived and sound like they're mowing the grass. So this goes in my seat stand, and I can clamp whatever size hoops I want in there, because the ones I've got at the moment are just a fixed hoop. So at the moment they're like this. So every time I want another hoop, I have to buy a whole thing. And this has a bit of paper in it because it's not very grippy. So that's that. So now I can do more whips because I can buy more hoops because they'll be cheaper. Oh, what? I just want everything to be cheap, don't I? I'm hoping to order a Q-snap or a R&R frame to put in here. See how I get on with one of those. So yeah, I've not used this yet. I was also I was in Tesco looking for birthday cards for a colleague and a friend, and I came across this cross-stitch designed one. I just had to get it. With love on your birthday. It's all sort of, so obviously it's a cross-stitch that they've taken a photo of. I thought I'll just get that and keep that for myself. The envelope's quite cool as well. I can't remember whether I showed you this. I got a belated birthday present from my sister, and it was the Drawn Thread Butterfly Garden, which I've wanted ever since I saw it stitched up at the Knitting and Stitching show in Harrogate 2014. I think Mrs. Milky Bar Kid showed this before, and it's basically all the flowers are done in different speciality stitches, and it's all done in silks. Because I'm wanting to be cheap. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do it in silks because there's a lot of them. The chart comes in 4 pages, and it's got like the little diagrams at the bottom about how to do the different stitches. So this is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this one. Oh, here's some more pictures. And there's the list of all the threads I need, which is a lot. I could do it, but I'd have to save up for like 10 years. That's that one. Final thing that I bought recently is a book, 500 Simply Charming Designs for Embroidery, Easy to Stitch Monograms and Motifs. This is by Design Originals number 5430. I think it's a Japanese company. Or inside, so basically it's just embroidery, so it's got pictures of them stitched up, and then these are the outlines that you trace over to sort of onto your fabric, and then stitch them with satin stitch, long stitch, and all those stitches. As you can see in here, it's got the numbers are for the colours. So I just assumed it would be DMC, but apparently, because in the back here is a conversion chart, and that the threads listed are Olympus, and at the top there it says Olympus thread is very popular in Japan. So there's something to try. It's tells you how to do different stitches, lazy daisies, long short stitch. Then it's in categories, so home and hobby. Right, little kitchen designs. At the back it's got some letters and some flowery letters, and then there's some borders as well. So yeah, that's really good. Retail price is $14.99, but I paid I think it was £6.50 on the book depository, which took ages to come. It was like nearly 2 weeks. So yes, I do have some other books to show you, but I'll do that another time. So, on to my two finishers. So the first thing, I totally lost my stitchy bug, and I've been really into knitting at the moment. Knitting an orange lace cardigan. So I decided I felt like doing some black work, just to make sure, you know, I was doing something. And here it is. It's just black, and then it's got gold bits in. Yeah, so you've got the little star bits in there, and then at the ends of these there's some gold arrows, and there's some gold crosses, again little arrows in the corners. Yeah, quite enjoyed it. It took me about 3 days. They're a UK company, and this was one of the kits I bought from the Knitting and Stitching show in Harrogate last year again. And what I thought was, I went to a car boot sale a couple of weeks ago, which I had to get up really early. We were there at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I picked up these two frames, which were £1 each, to put it in. I was hoping to put it in the brown one, but I think actually it's going to be too small. So the gold one's bigger, so it's going to go in there, so you get an idea. I think it might bring out the gold a bit better. So yeah, I just need to, because these are prints which have been signed by the artist who did the original, so they've been sort of properly framed up. So I need to work out, you know, take all this off and clean it up before I can put my beautiful fabric black work in it. And also over the weekend, my knitting was stressing me out. It took me a whole day to do like 2 rows, so I also joined a group on Facebook called Virtual Stitching, where from Friday to Sunday we all sort of stitch together, but like online. So we just post update pictures throughout the weekend, sort of a start point, finish point. And this is what I did. It's one of the little Christmas mice from the World of Cross Stitch magazine from last year. So yes, I stayed up quite late to finish the back stitch on this last night, so I was adamant to have it finished before Monday today. I don't like his tail though, it's a bit wonky. So there's that. That came in a set of 3. I've shown you this one before, so I've just got one left to do over here. I've been watching all your videos. I'm a bit obsessed. It just keeps me excited about the whole stitching thing, and I've loved watching all your Mania videos, and I kind of wish I'd done it now. I feel like this little one was my contribution to Mania because it was kind of a race against time, I suppose. So anyway, thanks for watching.